It's away from Gillette. It's going to be cold. The ground will be frozen. But how do these factor in to the Patriots-Chiefs matchup Sunday in Kansas City? I'm Alex Barth. He's Evan Lazar. This is the Fox Bear Report, brought to you by 1-in-100. If you're looking for cheap Bruins or Celtics tickets this season, make sure you check out 1-in-100.co. They can get you in the building for the price of a pizza or a nice cold beer. Again, that's 1-in-100.co. Check them out today. All right, Evan, there's a lot of talk about things other than the players on the field when it comes to this game, as is often the case for big games, but we got a lot of narratives flying around this week. I want to sort through a couple right now. Start off like this. Rank these three things in order of the effect you believe they will have on the outcome of the game. The fact it is a road game for the Patriots, the fact that temperatures are expected to be sub-freezing, perhaps sub-zero, and the fact that it's being played on a grass field, unlike the Patriots turf you see behind us.
Yeah, I know. The grass field angle, people are going to say this is really wonky, that it has no correlation. The Patriots are 1-4 on grass fields this year.
So is that your biggest
I would say
effect?
so.
Even more so the fact that it's in Kansas City. You think if they were playing on a grass field here, it would be a bigger
look
deal.
at the numbers, right? What are the two worst games that they've played this year to you, Alex?
Jacksonville was awful.
Yeah.
Tennessee wasn't great.
Both fields, grass fields, both fields, Bermuda grass fields, which is exactly what they're going to be playing on at Arrowhead Stadium. The Patriots, since 2013, 9-13 on the road on Bermuda grass fields. Their DVOA is 3 times higher on turf fields on the road than it is on Bermuda grass fields on the road. They have not been a good team for whatever reason on Bermuda grass for most of the last decade. Going back to 2007, these numbers hold up too. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying that necessarily it's going to have a huge impact. I don't know if any of these things are necessarily going to have a huge impact. The best team is probably going to win, whoever plays the best on Sunday. But there's something to this grass thing because year in and year out, they struggle on grass.
Well, let me ask you this then. What's their record on ice? Because the ground's probably going to be frozen. The grass is probably going to be dead. How does that, like the cold... It's not like last week with the Chargers, right? It's not a team that's practicing in sunny 80-degree weather every day coming into frigid Foxborough. These are two teams that they play in the elements often. They practice in the elements. They're used to it. On the surface, it doesn't look like there's an edge. But when we factor in style of play, is there maybe an edge with the cold for either side?
Well, how about this? I got another stat for you. Tom Brady in inclement weather. That means snow, cold, whatever the case may be, 13-2 in his career. Patrick Mahomes.
In the playoffs or overall? Overall, okay.
Yeah, very good record in terms of playing in the inclement weather, as you would expect. He went to Michigan, then he came here. Yeah. It's been cold his whole career. He's pretty used to the cold weather. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes in that game on Saturday night did enough against the Colts to get the win. They won by going away in that game. But if you look and break down the film, it certainly was not Patrick Mahomes' best game of the year. He missed some throws down the field. I think that if you look at the two teams and you see a running team with a good short passing game versus a vertical passing attack that wants to stretch the field, and then you say it's going to be 10 degrees, which team would you say that favors? You throw in the fact that Tom Brady is very good in inclement weather. That, I think, bodes well for the Patriots. But that, again, I think that all of this, and Bill Belichick certainly has scoffed at all of these types of questions this week, including questions about grass and questions about inclement weather and on the road, and basically said the best team will win on Sunday.
All right, all that factored in, and you talk about the best team will win on Sunday, it's tough to tell with the Patriots because the way the Patriots looked on last Sunday against the Chargers, the way they've looked all season at home, I mean, they won head-to-head with the Chiefs. They won. The Patriots were the better team. But you take the Patriots out of Foxborough, and like the Jacksonville game, the Tennessee game, like we mentioned, in Detroit, even though it was inside, the Patriots have not looked like the same team on the road that they do at home. This is the first time they played a road game in a month. It's also a playoff game. The Patriots certainly have a history, I'd be lying if I said they didn't, of turning things around when they get to the playoffs. Do the road ghosts follow them to Kansas City?
Well, I think it's about the defense, right? I think the offense is going to travel. Brady's going to have those guys ready. The running game travels. All that stuff is good. The defense seems to play with a different energy level here at Gillette Stadium. They feed off the crowd. They come out a little bit more jacked up. And what's defense? In any sport, defense is effort level and energy, right? It's how hard you're trying out there, how hard you're running, how hard you're moving, all those types of things. So I think the Patriots on the defensive side of the ball, we're going to talk about this a lot this week, need to be physical and they need to be fast if they're going to keep up with these Chiefs skill players on offense. So the main thing is for the Patriots, this defense needs to come out like the defense that we saw in Pittsburgh, maybe closer to that than what we saw obviously in Tennessee. If they play like they did in Tennessee in any phase of the game, then they're not going to Atlanta. I mean, that's obvious.
I think it's safe to say the defense in Pittsburgh, as good as that defense looked on the road in the second half of the year for sure, and for the whole year, I think there's certainly an argument to be made.
Yeah.
How do you think the conditions will affect the game on Sunday? Are you worried about the Patriots going on the road? Does the cold maybe give them some help? Let us know in the comments down below or on Twitter.
Tell me I'm crazy about the grass.
At Easy Lazar, if you want more grass stats, he's got them all. This segment's been brought to you by our friends at 1 in 100. The Patriots season may still be wrapping up, but there's still plenty of Celtics and Bruins games to go at the Garden. You can get in the door for the price of a pizza or an ice-cold beer. Check out 1in100.co today. Again, that's 1in100.co. They can get you in the building nice and cheap. For Evan Lazar, I'm Alex Barth for CLNS Media. Thanks for watching.